Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to Road America here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, as the Haas IndyCar Series is back to begin the second half of the season. We are here for Chevy, Indy, Wisconsin, 13 laps around this 4-mile road course, the longest course on the circuit here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and freshly renewed from that wonderful and amazing Indianapolis 250 that we had 2 weeks ago. A very thrilling race between Trey Smith and Zachary Fitzwater for the finish in the greatest race on the channel. Trey Smith coming out on top with his second win of the season. Trey Smith starts on the outside pole here today at Road America, looking to go back-to-back after the Indy 250. Zachary Fitzwater, on the other hand, starts deeper in the field. And when it comes to the point standings, those are the two guys up front right now. Fitzwater with 296 points towards the championship. Trey Smith 27 points behind. Trey Smith could take that points lead away here today very easily, especially if the number 41 gets a race victory. The 26 drivers in the field here today. These guys will begin the roll-off here, a long pace lap around this 4-mile road course. Zachary Fitzwater, like I mentioned, the points leader. Third in points there, 73 behind Fitzwater, is Nathan Faden, who won at Circuit of the Americas, which has been the longest track so far this season. Ace Garcia had an excellent Indy 250. He's 84 points behind Thomas Troxel, who starts in the third position here today, 99 points behind. So a long ways to go for a lot of those guys. At this moment, it looks like this championship will be between Zachary Fitzwater and Trey Smith, but a lot can happen in this back half of the season. We begin here, the second half of the season, at Road America. Of course, the second race of the season is, or the next race I should say, is going to be at Nashville Super Speedway, the first time we have ever had a race on that racetrack. Michigan is also going to be a new racetrack a week after the Nashville event. Then we head to Canadian Tire, Gateway, the Indianapolis road course once again, Pikes Peak, the dual races at Watkins Glen, so 2 full-point races at Watkins Glen, and then the finale at Pocono on August 27th. So a lot of very interesting racetracks coming up on the schedule, on the second half of the schedule, but we're here at Road America for the 11th race of the season to begin the second half of the schedule here in the Haas IndyCar Series. The last time we were here, we had a thrilling race. That was 2 years ago. Nathan Stapleton, Thomas Lipscomb, Garrett Sonor all battling. Had a wreck through the kink as they come off the pit lane. And it got really hairy there, and Nathan Stapleton went on to get the race victory. We can see another excellent race here today. Pit strategy will definitely be a factor, but it's going to be a one-stop race for these guys here today, roughly an 8 to 9 lap fuel run here. So they're going to go quite a ways on these tires and on the tank of fuel, but once we get after that cycle of pit stops, I think things are going to get very crazy out there on the racetrack like it did 2 years ago. Starting on the pole position, Cole Raymond, number 95 machine, grabbed the pole position late in the Fast 6 yesterday. Alongside him, it's Trey Smith, the Indianapolis 250 champion, looking to go back-to-back after that Indy 250 race victory. I thought Trey Smith was going to win the pole there for a moment yesterday. Nicole Rimmon came and snuck away with that top position. Thomas Troxel and Brian Rodriguez in row number 2. Caleb Rose to the inside, or technically to the outside, but Caleb Rose legally in the 5th starting position alongside Logan Williams. Got Angel Rivera and Chris Reynolds. Chris Reynolds failed to qualify for the Indy 250. Then Jesse Turner and Justin Zeidel, another driver who failed to qualify for the Indy 250, starting top 10 here today at Road America. Like I mentioned, the points leader, Zachary Fitzwater, starting deep in the field, starting in the 19th position right there, I do believe, in the number 66 machine. I have to see what he can do driving for North State Racing, see if he can find a way around Trey Smith. Of course, a 13-lap race, the longest race we've ever done here at Road America for the Haas IndyCar Series, so a lot can happen between now and the finish of this event. Nicole Raymond on the pole. And I do believe this is Cole Raymond's... it is his first pole of the season. Thought he had won a pole. He's had a lot of good starting positions this year. An average starting position of 12.8, which is one of the higher average starting positions. Of course, Scott Upton has a very good starting position. So does Richard Kinghart, but the thing about Kinghart, he failed to qualify for the Indianapolis 250. He's back in the field here, driving that number 97, but he starts deep in the field. Both of those drivers who have very good starting positions this season, starting deep in the field. We're ready to get this one started. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been a long time since I've recorded anything in this series, actually. Probably about 3.5 weeks ago since I last done anything in the Haas IndyCar series myself. So great to be back. The open wheel racing here at the Haas IndyCar series, and we're on the road course at Road America. It should be a great race here today. Up the hill they go. We're green flag racing here in Chevy, Indy, Wisconsin, from Road America in the Haas IndyCar series. Trey Smith, number 41. He's got to run to the inside, but the next tight corner is a left-hander, and Cole Raymond will have the advantage. But they are side by side, heading in the turn number 4. And Trey Smith's going to try to work that outside lane to his advantage, and it looks like he'll do it. Trey Smith to the point here at Road America. We had an excellent road course race yesterday in the Wawa Pro Series. We may be in store for another excellent road course race here today in the Haas IndyCar Series. Brian Rodriguez will file in the third, Thomas Troxel, and then Logan Williams, the top 5. Caleb Rose, Angel Olvera, Jesse Turner, Chris Reynolds, Eric Monaco there in the number 37, Justin Zidell, Landon Smith Jr. Single file throughout a majority of the field now. It's difficult to go double wide here at Road America, but do have some shuffling going on in the back. Ethan Lewis there. But that kink right there is definitely one of those places where you do not want to go double wide. As we saw 2 years ago, that major wreck definitely shaping the finish of that event. Thomas Troxel all over the gearbox of Brian Rodriguez here. That is for the third position. But the first lap will be led by Trey Smith in the number 41. Or will it? Brian Rodriguez is going to try for second here on Cole Raymond. But Trey Smith will, in fact, lead lap number 1 here at Road America. That's a bonus point towards the championship for him right there. So Trey Smith trying to get his third win of the season. He won Riverside in the second race of the season, and of course, went to victory lane at Indianapolis in the Indy 250. Biggest win of his career, but looking to come off of that Indy 250 win with a win here at Road America. That'd be huge towards the championship. And the way they are currently running right now, with Fitzwater all the way back in the 21st position right now, Trey Smith would easily take the points lead heading into Nashville 2 weeks from now. Logan Williams here. Home race for Logan Williams, Wisconsin native. He's to the inside of Thomas Troxel, trying to take the position away from him right there. But not quite getting it on the number 67. This is a relatively difficult place to make a pass. Very fast-paced road course, but takes quite a bit to make a move on the guy ahead of you here. But we have seen it happen. We know these guys have the capability of making passes here on this racetrack, and we will see it throughout the field in certain points. May see a lot of mistakes happen as well. It's a very treacherous race course as well, especially throughout the carousel. I'll never forget that Cup Series race we had back in 2016. Griffin Lynn coming to the checkered flag, overshot the carousel, gave the win to Tyler Selsman. One of the most memorable moments on this racetrack. I was almost 6 years ago, and I still remember it to this day. Logan Williams here on the gearbox of Thomas Troxel. May have a shot here in the final corner, but will not be able to get that advantage. Troxel with a good run on the inside lane there through the exit of that corner. Trey Smith pulling away right now from this field. That is good for the number 41 of Trey Smith. He wants to get this race victory. When that cycle begins right around lap 8, lap 9, you want to have a significant lead on those guys, because if you end up with a mistake, you may end up getting a bit of an advantage. Cole Raymond, though, knows he still has a shot at this race victory. Brian Rodriguez with a great opportunity. Both Rodriguez and Cole Raymond, true rookies of the series coming in to this season. True rookies to the channel. They've never raced before on the channel coming into this season. They're the two guys who are true rookies this season, who have the best running positions in the points. Brian Rodriguez 7th in points, 102 behind Cole Raymond 109 behind in the 9th position in points. So both of these guys looking to better that here today. And they're doing an excellent job right now holding on to those podium positions. We do have some battling going on back in here. Justin Zaidel, who missed out on the Indy 250, just outside the top 10 right now behind Eric Monaco. Landon Smith Jr. was battling with him right there. That is the ride that won this race 2 years ago. Nathan Stapleton was driving it. There's Stapleton, an owner now here in the Haas IndyCar Series, owner of Elijah Gordon, who's right behind that 34 machine, and Richard Kingart. They're both midway through the field right now, and this is one of those places where it's hard to work your way through the field. It really is. Not like what we saw yesterday in the Wawa Pro Series, where Fisher G, from the 12th starting position, went through and essentially passed 11 cars on the racetrack to get the race victory on a road course. I've never seen that happen before. As we got a battle right here. Logan Williams may finally get around Troxel here. He's going to try on the 67 machine. I think he's going to get it off the exit of the final corner. He'll beat him at the line, I know that much. But will he be able to clear for the pass? 1.9 seconds now Trey Smith has on the field. He was a second faster than the rest of the field right there. And I do believe, not that it matters in this series, but he clearly has the fastest lap of the field by 0.8 of a second. No one is touching Trey Smith right now here at Road America. That number 41 is wicked fast. Oh, he's got all that Indy speed in him right there in that road course car. Still battling here for the 4th position between Williams and Troxel. I think Williams will finally get him. That outside lane off the exit of turn 4 is what you want, and Logan Williams will finally clear Thomas Troxel. It's going to take strategy for anybody to beat Trey Smith in this race, though, at this point. I mean, Trey Smith is just flying out there in the number 41 machine, and Cole Raymond, Rodriguez are just not closing in. They are holding their own, though. Of course, Logan Williams, Thomas Troxel, they were battling behind for the 4th position. That slowed those guys down. You got Caleb Rose there in the 6th position. Angel Oliveira, Jesse Turner, Chris Reynolds, and Eric Monaco all behind here. I don't think anyone's wrecked out in this race. Nicholas Samadio at the back of the field in number 31, however. He's fallen all the way to 26th, and that was a very unique situation right there. Noah Cliff and Scott Upton got into each other through the kink. That is such a treacherous part on this race course, and we saw it 2 years ago as well. They got to be careful going through that corner because they go through there so quickly and they close in. It's pretty much a one-groove line through that corner. And if they're not careful, they're going to wreck. We'll see if it closed in or see how much he gained. 2.6 seconds now Trey Smith has on the field. He is lights out here today at Road America. No doubt about it. Logan Williams was definitely faster than Thomas Troxel. He's pulled ahead of the 67. It's just that difficult to make a pass here. It held up that 18 machine quite a bit. You got some battling going on here. Elijah Gordon looking to get around Landon Smith Jr. That is for the 12th position. That's midway through the field right there. Of course, the last road course we had this season was the Indianapolis road course. That was won by Elijah Gordon, who led every single lap in the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. Trey Smith trying to lead every single lap here at Road America. And you see the significant gap that he has right now on the field. That number 41 going to be very hard to beat. These three guys kind of all on each other. Logan Williams closing in on his brother's team right here. Andrew Williams, the owner of Wisconsin Speedworks there, and Brian Rodriguez. Logan Williams looks really fast on this number 18 machine. If he can get around these two guys, he may have something to say for Trey Smith. The thing is, he's got to get around these guys. I think if he's going to have any chance of getting to that 41 machine after the cycle, because I think Trey Smith was a little wide through the corner right there. These guys are all on each other, though, and I think that 18 is a little bit faster than Rodriguez and Cole Raymond right now. See if Logan Williams finds any advantage on the 13 ahead of him here. Rodriguez is going to have a shot on Cole Raymond as they head up the hill. That may be a great opportunity for Logan Williams to possibly strike on one of these guys at least. If they get caught up side by side in the turn number 1, that could give an advantage to Logan Williams in the number 18. Rodriguez for second here on Cole Raymond. 3.6 seconds now. Trey Smith is essentially putting a lap, or putting a second a lap on these guys. There goes Logan Williams. He's going to have the shot to the inside. Rodriguez, who could not hold the inside through turn number 1. And Logan Williams, I believe, will clear Rodriguez there for the 3rd position. I think Williams might put some pressure on Trey Smith. It is very possible. If he can get around Cole Raymond here for that 2nd position, Williams may have a shot. Oh no! 2 guys off! Both Cole Raymond and Logan Williams off in turn number 4. And did something happen to Trey Smith? Is he putting oil down? I think... Oh, Noah Clifton. Noah Clifton's down, but he would have been long gone from that turn if he had put oil down. Trey Smith did not have any issue going through that corner. What a heartbreak there. Logan Williams going to be out of the race. Along with Cole Raymond, they both spun on their own. There was no contact, and now look at the gap Trey Smith has. The Brian Rodriguez going to be 2nd. Thomas Troxel, Caleb Rose, Angel Oliveira, and Jesse Turner. Wow. Strange to see 2 guys just lose it like that. I'm wondering if Clifton had some sort of issue and there was something on the racetrack. The only thing was Trey Smith. You would think Trey Smith would have gotten into that as well, and Trey Smith would have fallen back. But I don't know if that was the case. We'll have to go back and review that. This lead is going to be significant now. 5.3 seconds. Halfway through Chevy, Indy, Wisconsin. And it's the Ford of Trey Smith pulling out to the lead. That's a tough one for Logan Williams because Logan he's had an okay season. He's 128 behind, but this is his home race, and I know he had an opportunity of winning this race. If he did not spin out there, he would have won this race, I feel like. He would have had a good shot. He may not have beaten Trey Smith, but he could have easily had a good chance of winning here. But just lost it into the corner with Cole Raymond. So 2nd and 3rd simultaneously spinning out. Look, everybody else is getting through all right here, but Logan Williams and Cole Raymond did not. Cole Raymond is able to get back out there. He did take a shot, though, on that 95 machine. He might be able to salvage a few points, but Logan Williams will finish in the last position here today. He is out of this race here from Road America. Trey Smith, all he's got to do is not make a mistake. Sounds easy enough, right? This is a hard place to do it, though, and we'll have to see if anyone can capitalize if Trey Smith makes a mistake. It's a very treacherous course, and we saw it right there with Cole Raymond and Logan Williams. We did not see it coming, and that could easily happen to Trey Smith, even though he's all by himself. You got to think, too, there is still a cycle of pit stops left to go in this race, and that is going to definitely determine who gets the race victory. The thing is, I think the fastest car that had the best opportunity at beating Trey Smith is out of this race, as Logan Williams. Because he was definitely making moves. He would have gotten around Cole Raymond, and he probably would have closed in on Trey Smith before the cycle of pit stops. 5.9 seconds now for Trey Smith on Brian Rodriguez. Side by side here between Jesse Turner and Angel Oliveira. And Turner trying to hold off Oliveira, I do believe. I actually don't know. I think Turner is trying to get around Oliveira. Can't remember who was in which position right there. But Turner will get around the 25. Here's Chris Reynolds in the 50. Missed the Indy 250. And he's having a nice solid run here today. Trying to get around this 38 machine. Going side by side through that corner, especially after what we saw. It's very treacherous, and Turner's going to try to get this advantage here on Oliveira on that outside lane. They're still side by side. I think Turner will finally clear. He will. So Turner now up to the 5th position. Great run for Jesse Turner after he wrecked out early on in the Indy 250. Oliveira's going to try again on the outside through the carousel, but Oliveira's going to really go wide, and Chris Reynolds will take advantage of that. And Oliveira really had to check it up there. He went way too high through that corner. Here comes Eric Monaco on the 37. He may have a shot on Oliveira right there. We may start to see some guys come down. Now, Noah Clifton's come down, and I believe Noah Clifton is good to go to the end of this race. The only downside is Clifton is way off. He's 56 seconds off, so even if he can make it to the end, he's not going to be up near the leaders because these guys aren't going to lose 53 seconds on the pit lane. Trey Smith is down, Rodriguez is down, but this is where things get interesting here because Troxel, Caleb Rose, Jesse Turner, they're going to stay out. Now, I don't think staying out is going to be the right move. I think these guys coming down, Rodriguez and Trey Smith, are going to be at the advantage. Monaco, Landon Smith Jr. coming down. 3 wide. Ethan Lewis, Ace Garcia, Nathan Faden in the turn number 1. Faden's up there in points. He doesn't want to lose any more positions in the point standings. Ace Garcia going to move to the inside of him right there, but we're going to focus here. Wow, that was a quick stop for Trey Smith. It may not even been a 4-tire stop either. It may just have been 2, and because of that, Trey Smith wide out ahead there in that 41 machine. The big question is, will these guys who stay out be able to put a little less fuel in, have a slightly quicker stop, and maybe gain something on Trey Smith? I just don't see it happening. There's Noah Clifton, by the way, who shouldn't have to make another stop in this race, but you see how far behind he is from Trey Smith there in the number 41. We've only had 6 different winners so far this season. A lot of multi-time winners. Fitzwater's won 3 times. Trey Smith has won twice already. Elijah Gordon has won twice. Then you have Kinghart, who has won a race this season. Angel Oliveira, who won a race earlier in the year. And then Nathan Faden. Outside of that, only 6 winners so far this season. Here we are in the 11th race, and a very good opportunity, very good chance for Trey Smith to keep it that way. Scott Upton went off. And they're going to take a hard hit to the wall. And they almost got into Noah Clifton. Oh, and around again, Logan Williams. That's the 2nd time in this race. He got back out there and then lost it again in the same corner. This is not his day. Rest of the field coming down the pit lane, led by Thomas Troxel. Here comes Trey Smith, though, in the 41 already coming through the final corner. And Troxel is just in his pit stall right now, but if Troxel's going to have any chance, he's going to have to get out right here. But, you know, Trey Smith's coming. Oh, Troxel's going to... He's going to try. Troxel's going to have a shot here. He's going to close in, but Trey Smith there in the 41 will drive by him. However, Troxel did gain some time there. The only downside is he's got to catch up to him, but he can do it. That's a very doable gap in 3 laps, in 4 laps actually. Troxel will lead a lap, so it will not be a flag-to-flag run for Trey Smith. So Troxel's going to get a bonus point right there. You got to think, dude, Troxel's 5th in points. He wants to beat Trey Smith because all the other guys ahead of him in points are behind him on the racetrack right now. Trey Smith is ahead of him, and Trey Smith, if you get him on a hot streak, which he's already on a hot streak, he's going to be hard to beat. Fitzwater, on the other hand, has essentially been non-existent in this race. He's still deep in the field. He was 15th that last lap, but that was during the cycle, and I think he's a little bit deeper now in that 66 machine. This could get interesting, though. We'll see what the gap is next time they come through, but I just don't know. Trey Smith has a very fast car. Troxel will have those slightly fresher tires, but they only took right sides. How about this? Turner and Rodriguez. Turner trying to get around Rodriguez here. They're going to be side by side through the kink. They got to be careful doing that. They made contact through the kink. Elijah Gordon with a great strategy move there. He's going to gain a ton of ground. And Gordon may actually get a run to the inside through Canada corner here on Brian Rodriguez. But Turner up to 4th now. Caleb Rose is in 3rd. And Troxel trying to close in on Trey Smith for this race lead. But I think Trey Smith is doing the opposite to him right now. And we begin with 3 laps to go here. Lap 11 of 13. Differential between Trey Smith and Thomas Troxel, 5 seconds. That's going to take a mistake out of Trey Smith, I think. Trey Smith has been flawless in this race. Troxel, on the other hand, doing all he can. He's had a nice race, but just not enough to get to that 41. Caleb Rose, Jesse Turner, Brian Rodriguez, Elijah Gordon up to 6th. Great run for him. Chris Reynolds, Justin Zidell, Zach Winkle, Brock Nelson. How about the Thal Motorsports team? They're both inside the top 10 here. Zachary Fitzwater, 20th. About to go down to 21st as he's in the battle with Brandon Nelson. Logan Williams still 3 laps down after he made that same mistake twice through turn 4. These guys, they really go through the corners with a lot of speed. Uh-oh. Somebody, yeah, Troxel's off. Troxel's not in second anymore, and he made that same mistake. So that is the second time that second place has gone off in turn 4. I don't know what it is about turn 4 today, but they have been having such a hard time getting through that corner. And you gotta think, Trey Smith is not in the clear because he's gonna have to go through that corner 2 more times before this race is done. And I mean, you gotta think as well, they actually went left sides. They didn't go right sides. They only took left sides. Those right sides, which are the tire that's going to be taking most of the damage to that left-hander, they're not going to be as good, and it's going to be harder for those guys to get through that corner. See if anybody else had any issue there. I don't think anyone did, but Troxel, that's huge in the championship. That's exactly what Trey Smith wanted. Here we go for second, by the way, if I can get to it. Where is it? There it is. Jesse Turner on Caleb Rose through turn 1. They're going to be side by side heading into turn 2. But I do want to focus on Trey Smith here. This could get kind of interesting because even though he's got an 8-second lead, if he overshoots this corner, which we've seen second place, we've seen 3 guys do it running inside the top 5 here today. He's going to get through it there. He's only going to have to do it one more time. Oh, Turner. He's going to try to make a move into this corner on Caleb Rose to the inside. Oh, he's right on the wheels of that 55 machine. This is going to be Turner's best finish if he can get second here today, but Caleb Rose is doing all he can to fight for it. Rodriguez right behind him looking to strike in case something goes wrong. Assuming Trey Smith can get around the racetrack cleanly for 1.5 more laps, the battle's on for second. I think Turner's a bit faster than Caleb Rose right here. But will he have enough time to find his way around him? You know, these guys are in the catbird seat in case Trey Smith has an issue. But is Trey Smith really going to have an issue? Indy 250 champion. He's been having an excellent race here today at Road America. An excellent race so far back in the field. But for the lead, it's just been lights out. Trey Smith the whole way, almost the whole way. He's not going to lead every lap in this race, but he's going to get that extra bonus point for leading the most laps, no doubt about it. Up the hill, coming to the white flag for Trey Smith here in Chevy, Indy, Wisconsin. In 2 minutes, we'll know the winner of this race, and it very well could be that 41. Again, a battle. Elijah Gordon going for 4th on Brian Rodriguez. Turner trying to find a way around Caleb Rose. Jesse Turner 23rd in points coming into this race. They lost about 0.4 of a second at last lap, so Trey Smith doesn't even have to go hard in the turn number 4. But Turner's going hard. He's going to try to make the move here in the turn number 2, and that may be the move needed to make the pass. I'm going to make sure Trey Smith gets through this corner. We got a great battle here, and Trey Smith will get through turn number 4. Here we go. The battle's on for second. Jesse Turner on the outside through turn number 4. And Rodriguez overshot it there, but I think Turner will finally clear and get it from that number 55. So Jesse Turner working his way all the way up to second in this race. He's just not going to have enough for Trey Smith. Unless Trey Smith makes a mistake, we've seen it happen before at this racetrack. He's going to get through the carousel just fine. And number 38, Jesse Turner, though, is going to get a good point stay. 40 points for Jesse Turner if he can finish there in that second position. But Trey Smith, nobody getting him. He's like, yeah, I won the Indy 250. Let me show you what else I can do. 12 laps led. This was not a strategy win at all. It was pure speed out of this 41 all weekend. Almost won the pole. Got second quickest yesterday in qualifying. But he got the lead at the start of the race. And just kept on driving away. Trey Smith, 3rd win of the season. He's your new points leader here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Up the hill he goes. Trey Smith is going to win Chevy Indy, Wisconsin here at Road America. Jesse Turner will take second. In the number 38, Caleb Rose will finish 3rd. Then it's Rodriguez and Elijah Gordon, the top 5. Chris Reynolds, Justin Zeidel, Brock Nelson, Zach Winkle, Eric Monaco, the top 10. It could have been a very different top 5 if Cole Raymond, Logan Williams, Thomas Troxell did not have their respective issues. But Trey Smith had no issues here today. 8.5 seconds on the field to win his 3rd race of the season. And take a look at the standings. Not official quite yet, but drivers still coming up the hill there. But we do know that that top 5, that top 10 is official. Trey Smith again in victory lane. Back-to-back wins here in the Haas IndyCar Series. He grabbed the Indy 250, and now he is going to win here at Road America for his 3rd win of the season, and he is going to overtake Zachary Fitzwater in the points easily after this one. So Trey Smith's going to be heading the Nashville the new points leader. He's got all the momentum now. That Indy 250 could very well have been the turning point in this championship. When I saw those two guys battling for the win 2 weeks ago, I knew these two guys are going to be battling for the championship this season. May have some other faces who come up, but right now it's looking like Trey Smith might take this championship away. He's won the Turkey Hill Series championship before. Will he get the Haas IndyCar Series championship? He still has 9 races left to go, so a lot can happen between now and the championship at Pocono the end of August, but look at it for Trey Smith. There are the official standings. They are now official right there. Trey Smith, Jesse Chinnery, Caleb Rose, Brian Rodriguez, Elijah Gordon, Chris Reynolds, Justin Zeidel, Brock Nelson, Zach Winkle, and Eric Monaco. The top 10. You see Thomas Troxell and Logan Williams. They were both up there. Cole Raymond as well. They all went off in turn number 4. It's unbelievable how that kept on happening, especially the guys running up front. But it didn't happen to Trey Smith. He's going to go to victory lane here at Road America for his 3rd win of the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Had a great time doing this one. And like I mentioned, the next race is going to be at Nashville 2 weeks from now. First time we've gone there in the Haas IndyCar Series. And that should be an interesting oval event for these guys. Fitzwater has won all the high-speed ovals except for the Indy 250. We'll have to see if he gets this high-speed oval. But a very tight high-speed oval. Only 1.33 miles in length, so should have a lot of fun there. Wawa Pro Series, and there's just the Wawa Pro Series going to be joining them at Nashville. Hers Dash Days will be at Gateway that weekend. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Trey Smith for getting the race victory here at Run America. And here are the point standings after 11 races here in the Haas IndyCar Series 2022. See you guys next week at the Auto Club Speedway for the Wawa Pro Series and Hers Dash Series, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks from Nashville in the Haas IndyCar Series. I don't know what else to say. Trey Smith just lights out in this race. Just lights out. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. We'll try and do better the next time. Congratulations to Trey Smith once again. And I will see you guys later.